Good afternoon. How you guys doing today? So I'm gonna start the reading for those of you that have been with me or that are new to this. Readings, the energy in the reading is interchangeable. You take what resonates with you, whatever doesn't, leave it, and it can be you or someone in your immediate environment that's going through this, okay? Now, I pick up on energies for those who need to hear the messages the most. That's what I ask for when I start doing this, and I do it for the highest healing of any situation that you're going through right now. Okay, so that's my focus, is the healing aspect, not so much if they're going to call you, if you're going to hear from them. That's really not where I go with it. I go more on how can you get through what you're going through right now. Hey Janine, how are you? Hi Kane. So I'm gonna start and we'll see what happens. So right now, some of you are doing too much for other people. You're giving too much to other situations, and they want you to know, hello Joseph, they want you to know that it's just as important to say no. Okay, you don't have to give an explanation as to why you say no. If you don't feel like doing something, you just be like, it's not happening today. Okay, no is a complete sentence. So the more you focus on you and you focus on what's best for you, the easier it becomes to say no, because you're going to keep doing what's best for you. You're not going to keep trying to please everybody else and get people out of their own shit, okay? And they want you to be open to every moment and appreciate what every moment has to bring. Girl, I'm not going to touch the quarantine, because I'll be damned if somebody's going to tell me I got to be locked in my fucking house. That's crazy. I'd be like, I ain't sick. You better come fucking put me in prison. So as long as you appreciate things and you allow things to flow naturally, it's easy to appreciate what's happening. It's easier to see the beauty in everything that's happening right now, okay? But some of you are being presented with an opportunity, and it's almost as if it appeared out of nowhere, okay? And they're saying that it's time now to take a step forward without looking back. A lot of us, sometimes we have, hello Khaled, how are you? So sometimes we are hesitant to take the next step into our future, or take the next step in anything that we're going towards, when we're not sure of what the outcome is going to be, or if it's a path that is intended for us. So Spirit wants you to kind of take a time out, take a breath. You don't have to make immediate decisions. And like I said, it's important to stay rested throughout what's happening right now. But they're showing that something is being presented to you. And for some of you, it's whoever this is avoiding it. So they're just living their day-to-day, and it is a soul contract. It's a spiritual union or a reconciliation that is meant to take place, but someone is avoiding it. And this is something that's going to be occurring between now and the next couple months. Hi Brittany, how are you? Yeah, Janine, I know. That's why you won't catch me. You will not catch me. So whatever this is, for others of you, if this person has been avoiding you, they're actually going to come towards you, and you're going to come to an agreement. Okay, so it's either they're running away from this commitment or they're running towards this commitment. So however it is, if you guys haven't agreed to anything, then, it's their free will. Spirit's saying it's their free will if they're going to stay, if they're going to go, whatever it is, it's ultimately their choice. That's all we have is free will. We'll have paths to get to where we're meant to be, because we have a destiny to fulfill, but it's always our choice how we get there, okay? And for some, this person feels bound by another individual. Now, it could be that they're just mesmerized by their appearance or the way that they look. And like I said, for whoever this is, there's going to be a new beginning. So if they're deciding they're either going to go forward or they're not going to go forward, there's going to be a new beginning regardless. So it might not be with that person, it might be with someone else. But when this happens, this is going to cause someone a lot of pain, and it's going to cause, it could be an internal tower moment. For some of you, it could be external that this is going to be happening to, but there is going to be a new beginning. So that's a plus, but it is going to cause someone some pain and heartbreak in the process of this. And maybe this person is currently going through this because they did decide to go out into a new beginning, and it broke their heart that they had to do this because they're a little bit unstable. They're living very mundane kind of day-to-day routine, and they feel foolish for whatever decisions they had made in the past. So however this is, you have to get back in balance if it's you or the other individual. Hi Aknel, how are you? So whoever this is, you have to get back in balance. And I say, take a walk in nature. If you're by an ocean, go to the ocean, salt bath, meditation. The list goes on, but do whatever resonates for you, because I know it's not easy, because for me, sitting down and keeping my brain quiet is hard. It's easier to take a walk outside. So do that, because when you get grounded, you're able to hear the messages and you're able to fully understand what you're being guided to, okay? Because right now they're saying you need to receive, but in order to receive, you have to get yourself balanced, okay? And when you do this, you'll be able to increase your intuition, and you'll also be able to help others along their path and what they have going on. Hello, Jen, how are you? I don't know if that's a good wow or a bad wow, Kane. But yeah, so whatever this is that's going on with you right now, Spirit wants you to let it go. So if you're the person that needs to go towards another commitment, let that go. If you're the person in the commitment that's trying to keep someone to get someone to stay, let it go. However it's resonating, it's something that's meant to end because you have another path that you need to go on. Okay? Now, for those of you that feel like you can change people, you cannot. Okay? It doesn't matter what you do, what you say. Believe me, I know, I fucking tried 1,000,001 times. Does not work, because if they're not ready to do it for themselves, you don't want someone to say, oh, I'm going to change for you, because it's not really them wanting to change. They're just doing it to keep you in a place that you don't really want to be in. So understand, okay? You cannot fix anyone, and everyone has to take accountability for their own actions. So if you're with someone that doesn't take accountability for their actions, or feels like they don't need to change in order to keep the relationship, or if you're a person like myself who's been continuously healing and spiritually growing, your vibration is going to change from, if you have a partner, you guys aren't going to have a match in that vibration anymore. So you're going to end up fighting and not getting along as much, because you're meant to do something else and your vibration has shifted, and you're trying to bring the other person with you, but that person doesn't want to let go of their toxicity or whatever they got going on. And if you keep believing that, oh, I can fix them, I can make this better, and give them time and time, how much time are you going to give somebody before you're like, oh, look it, I've lost all the best years of my life. I'm fucking 80 years old and I've been miserable for the past 40 years because I've been waiting for this person to change. You cannot force someone to change, okay? That is dumb. That's all dumb. That you can't do anything, okay? And understand, when you come across people, especially friends or people that have really good qualities, they're mirroring you, okay? Because a lot of us, sometimes we come across people that will be like, damn, this person's an asshole, but they're mirroring something within us that is toxic. But also, when you meet good people and you find good in them, they're mirroring the good qualities in you. So don't feel like you're only going to keep coming across the bad and the toxic people. Well, a lot of the times when the messages are meant for a specific individual, they're going to resonate for that person. So make sure that what you're manifesting is your heart's desire. Make sure it's for the highest good and it's truly something that you want. When I tell people this, I always say mind, body, heart, and soul. You are fully committed to it. There is nothing else that you want more. Like, you're 150% sure that this is the path. This is what I want. Not, I'm staying because I have this obligation, or I'm hoping this person's going to get better and be a better person. It's not any of that. You have to literally be focused and follow your dreams. Follow where your heart is pulling you. And they're saying communication is important. So if you are dealing with someone that doesn't want to change, you have to communicate this to them and let them know that, listen, I'm trying to give you an opportunity. If you're not willing to take the opportunity, then that is your loss. You know, you can't keep living your life in hopes that they're going to do what they need to do. Just be very clear and very direct, and be authentic with your communication, okay? Because whatever this is, it's like this is weighing you down, and they're showing me that it's a family situation, a family dynamic. Oh, thank you, Acno. So it's like they have you locked down right now. Like, you're mentally confined because, as most people, when you're in a family dynamic, you don't want to leave your family, but it's necessary sometimes in order for you to grow, in order for you to get to where you're meant to be. It's not easy. You know, sometimes taking the divine path, taking the spiritual path is the hardest path to take, because you're going to be required to make sacrifices that you really don't want to make. And it's not like you're sacrificing and you're going to lose everything, but you are going to sacrifice to get to where you want to go and what you need to do, okay? And for this individual, they might be gambling. So just, if you are gambling, just be careful, okay? Don't blow all your money because you're stressed out right now. And if you're not gambling, then this is someone who needs to take a risk into whatever's meant for them and not stay stuck, okay? So if you're in that family dynamic, Spirit wants you to take a risk and become single, because there's a new direction for you. But there's some inner child wounding that needs to be healed, okay? They're saying that these things need to be purged. So there's someone that's either you haven't spoken to and you're at a distance from, or there's someone that is literally at a distance from you that has been scorned and is very envious of you. So be careful with what you have going on. And if you're the individual that is scorned and feels envious, you have to purge these emotions, okay? Being envious of what someone else has is only going to bring you more lack, okay? And being scorned, you know, we've all been hurt. We've all been there where we've been ready to fuck somebody up because you hurt my feelings. You made me feel whatever happened. We've all been there. You know, just see why the pain is there. See why it hurts so much, and understand that it was meant to teach you something, okay? And when you look at it like that, it's easier to get out of this negative, toxic emotions, okay? But if you're not willing to see that, or take it as a lesson learned, or take it as, you know, not a you thing, then it's going to be hard for you to get out of this. And that's usually when people go down the path of depression, because they're saying once this gets back into balance, they're showing that you are going to be on your divine path, and you're going to be led through Spirit, and Spirit is with you, and they're guiding you to take the necessary steps right now. But you have to trust your intuition, and whatever problems you're facing currently require you to come from a place of faith and have an inner knowing that this is what's meant to be happening in your life, okay? And I know for some of us that get disconnected from Spirit because we've been hurt or we've been through too much shit, it's hard because you don't have that faith, and it's something that takes time to build. So it's like, is this my intuition, or is it just my head that keeps telling me I need to do this? Is it that? And it's the soft voice, okay? Your mind is the one that screams at you. All right, Kane. So your mind is the one that's going to be constantly screaming at you. All right? So when you sit in silence, or you take a walk and you get random thoughts that come in, or you hear messages on the radio, or you hear something on the TV or Facebook, those are messages that are meant for you, okay? And some of you are meant to help children. Some of you are meant to guide children in their life, in their path, and probably help them to live through or get out of the things that you've already been through in your life, in your childhood, that you've survived, okay? So whatever it is, if you have a natural ability and you have just this knack for children, that is what your purpose is here. Your purpose is to help with kids, okay? So they want you to really trust your intuition, because I always ask people, what is your passion? And a lot of people be like, oh, I don't know, or nothing. But there's always something within us that we've been passionate about from childhood. There is something that drives you, that you're like, yes, this is what I love. This is what I want to do. For me, I've always loved helping people. You know, I didn't realize it when I was a kid. It was just my heart. I liked helping people that didn't have what I had. You know, I didn't have much, but I still gave. So see what that is for you, because when you do, you're able to align with what your path is and live happy. You know, you don't have to live the fucking 40 hours a day or a week life and be miserable because you're like, this shit sucks and this isn't what I want to do, because that's not what your soul wants you to do. Hi, Darrell, how are you? Okay, so for others of you, there's an issue with you wanting to open up. Like, you don't want to open your heart. If you've been scorned entirely too many times, if you just keep getting shitted on after shitted on after shitted on, try to notice the pattern. Try to notice what happens in each relationship, and every time you get heartbroken, what exactly is happening and what can you take from it? What lesson are you meant to learn in this heartbreak? Okay, because when you fear intimacy, it's because there's something that you're just like, I'm never letting anybody else get close to me. But look at it as lessons. Look at it as something you were meant to learn in those situations that maybe you didn't learn it the first, second, third, 10th time, however many times you've gone through this. Okay, because when you let go of these and you break these patterns, that's when you open up and you're allowing love to come in and you're allowing these things to help you. And it's important to notice the beauty in all the little things, okay? Because when you start noticing the beauty, your perception shifts, okay? When you start, like in my mornings, I'm grateful. I go down a whole list. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. And even to the point where sometimes I'm literally in tears because I truly am so grateful for the things that I have. And you have to start appreciating life like that, because it'll shift so many things within you. And for those of you that feel like you're in a place where you just like everything is crashing down on you, understand that you are being protected right now, okay? And for those of you that do spiritual work, please call in protection, call in your angels. Make sure you have this around you when you're doing your spiritual work or whatever types of healing you got going on, because you don't know the types of energies people are dealing with. Oh, baby.
Try to close the door.
Tell them to open the door.
Yeah.
Sorry. So whatever it is that you're going towards right now, you have to have a plan, okay? Don't think like, you know what, today I sell bread and tomorrow I'm going to be a superstar. Maybe it could happen like that, but also, you know, maybe it takes time and energy and effort to be put into this so you can get to where you're trying to go. Oh, hi. Oh, thank you so much, Khaled. So just have a plan as to what it is you're trying to go towards, okay? And for some of you, go ahead. The door's open, baby. The door's open. I see it open. Push it. I'm not going to keep arguing with you. Push the door. I'm sorry. My 3-year-old is debating with me right now. Push the door open. Tiny, open the door. You keep saying that. Sorry. I think you're lying. Alright, so for those of you that have been in a situation that you were dealing with somebody and you feel like you were just ghosted and you're just kind of in denial, you can't believe this person did this to you, or someone else is just, you block somebody and they can't believe that you blocked them, there is a confession. Something's about to be revealed, either on your end or on their end. There's some truth that's going to come forth. And it looks like somebody's been keeping tabs on you, whether it's you or the other individual, but it's almost like an obsession. Like somebody feels like they have to have you. Like this is, I don't know what to call it. It's just like they really feel like they need you. So maybe this is what they're going to confess to you. And they might write you a note or write you a letter. Okay? Oh, I'm from New York. So they might write something to you, to, you know, letting you know that's how they're feeling.
Mom, try when you go in.
Okay, yeah, I know. So just understand, this person has a devotion to you, and it looks like it's something that's in 5D. It hasn't manifested in the 3D. Okay, so if some of you feel like you've been on a pause or you haven't been making progress or moving forward, it's because there's when we manifest things on the 5D, it takes time for it to come down into the 3D realm, okay? Especially if you're the one that's ready for it and you're connected spiritually. The other individual is not there yet, so it takes time for them to catch up. So that's why the pauses are necessary. And for some of you, it's either you or the other individual that has a lot of pain and is just has a very strong personality. And for some of you, it might be someone that's trying to get you to be intimate with them, even though you're not at a place where you're ready to be. So just be careful with the types of people you're dealing with, because if it's someone like this that has this type of obsession for you and this type of lusting for you, you don't know what these people are capable of, okay? You do not know what people are willing to do when they're not right in the head, all right? So whoever this is that's experiencing this right now, just be careful, okay? Because they're just in a lot of pain and they don't know how else to get out whatever this is. So maybe it's sex for them. That's how they release this stuff. So just be careful, all right? And whatever, like I said, whatever darkness you've been going through right now, it's gonna pass. It's not for forever. You know, whatever you've been through right now, just look at it as it was something to help grow your soul. You learned what you needed to learn. And some of you, if you're by the ocean, go to the ocean. The ocean provides cleansing, okay? Or just go anywhere by a waterfall where there's lakes, whatever there is, because the energy from that, it recharges your spirit, it recharges your soul, like it provides a cleansing. Now, some of you are going to be having a reunion, or it could be a job opportunity, but it shows that you have a lot of different options, okay? But whatever one you choose is going to bring you all of the blessings that you've been hoping for. So you have to let your intuition guide you. And again, in order to do this, you have to quiet your mind. You have to find a place of peace in order to go to where you're meant to be at. Yeah, Janine, that's not safe. That's not a safe situation at all. And I listen, just be careful, okay? Now, for those of you that have been working or not getting enough rest, you have to understand that just as much time and energy you put into creating and working and busting your ass to get what you want, you have to put an equal amount of time into taking care of yourself and allowing your body to rest. Don't look at it as, oh, I'm being lazy, I'm not being productive, I'm not getting anything done. You are, because if you don't rest, then they're going to force your body to rest, okay? That's why people end up spraining their ankles or getting sick, or random shit that usually doesn't happens because you need rest and you're ignoring your body, okay? So please take the time out and give your body, your mind, your spirit, all of that the time to rest, okay? And it's important to try being in the now. And it's easier said than done, believe me, because you know, if you're someone like me who has anxiety, it's easy to go a million fucking miles into the future, or just go all the way back into the past, and you're just like, well, this happened then, and what if this happens now, and how do I fix this, and how do I prevent that, and it goes for forever. Try to be present. I've learned that being present and in the moment is the best thing, because you're fully enjoying every moment. And the way that I do this is I look at my situation, like if my kid's acting crazy and having a whole tantrum, I appreciate it because I look at it as if this was the last experience I had on this planet in this moment, you know. Yeah, it might be annoying, and you're dealing with it, but it's like you love that moment because that's the only time you're going to have that moment. And you will start learning to appreciate each moment and actually be in each moment, okay? That's what works for me. It might be something different for you, but I really just look at it as if this was my last day, I need to know that I fully lived it to the best I could live it, not focusing on things that are not here or things that have passed. Okay, and it's always important to have hope and be optimistic, okay? Especially if you're going through negative shit right now, because the negative isn't forever. Sometimes it's just tests to see where you're at. So try to focus on the positive, okay? Even if it's a whole shitstorm. And you'd be like, well, at least I didn't die. Or, at least this was a blessing out of it. Try to find the good in every situation, because there is something good in each situation. We just tend to overlook it because we get overwhelmed with the toxicity or the sadness or whatever's happening. So whatever it is that you've been working towards, the energy is starting to pick up, okay? Because they're showing that it's the clock's ticking. So whatever this is that you've been going towards, whatever's been working out, it's either the time's running out or it's going to happen really, really soon. And for some of you, this is a love situation that someone is revisiting in their heads. You know, they keep going back into the past and rethinking, you know, just reminiscing on everything that has happened. And for some of you, you guys actually have dreams about this individual. Okay, so it's either they're coming through in songs, they're coming through in your dreams, or sometimes they just pop in your head randomly and you just like, where the hell did this come from? I haven't thought about this person. But understand, whoever this person is very focused on you, okay? And for some of you, again, I swear I think I get the stalker person every day I'm reading. So somebody's watching you, okay? They are absolutely fascinated with you, and some, they feel stuck. So whoever this is, if they've been in a stuck situation or if you've been stuck, there is something that's happening right now that's going to cause a transformation. So if they've been acting childish to you, kind of been avoiding you, not really talking to you, or were very dismissive of you and had like a coldness towards you when you guys initially started talking or seeing each other or whatever has recently transpired, there's a transformation that's coming to take place, okay? And it's going to happen soon. So again, it could be you, it could be the other person, but whoever, you know who feels like this, okay? So however that's resonating for you, just understand when you have these sad, empty feelings, it's much deeper than the current situation, okay? Because we'll take a lot of shit and be like, oh, well, I'm only sad because of this today. But is it really just because of this today? Or have you developed a pattern of behavior to deal with certain situations in your life from childhood? And if you have, you need to go back to your childhood and go through each moment and realize the patterns that you picked up and keep the healthy ones. But the ones that are not good for you, or that keep you in the negative thought, or that keep you believing that the same thing is going to keep repeating itself, break those patterns, okay? Because when you start breaking them, then it'll be easier for you to live a happier, more abundant life, and you won't feel like the victim in your life. You'll feel like, I have control of my life. I manifested these things in my life. And it's because, you know, at the time, a lot of us don't realize that we're creating our life. We're creating the chaos until you get to a place where you can actually take accountability for the good and the bad in your life. And when you're capable of doing that, it's easier for you to see how the negative thoughts have gotten you to the place of, wow, I did create this, you know, and then you'll see it shift. So just don't keep yourself stuck and bound, okay? Just focus on the positive, because whatever this is that you're attached to, there is you have like a plan or something that you're trying to get to an outcome. And you're going to get there, but don't be so focused on every single detail that it needs to go a certain way. You have to release the attachment to it, because they're saying right now that you're fragmented. So you need to get grounded and focus your intention. And when I say focus your intention, it doesn't mean it needs to be a step-by-step plan. It needs to be, okay, I want a house, or I need a new car, or I need a new job, or I want to move to California. You know, leave enough room for spirit to work, because if it gets too specific, then it's going to be hard and you're going to be disappointed with the outcome. That's why it's important to not be attached to it, because when we get attached, we get our feelings hurt if it's not exactly what we wanted. When you just leave it open for, hey, you know, if you want your divine partner to come in, pray for your divine partner. Don't pray for the asshole that treated you like shit. Just pray that the person that is meant for you comes in for you, because then spirit's going to bring you what is truly meant for you and what is good for you. You don't want to pray for someone that's going to treat you like shit, because nobody wants to be treated like shit. But if that's what you're praying for, then that's what you're going to get back. So just be careful and kind of leave it open. Don't attach like names, or don't do that. Just leave it open, okay? Because once you get focused, you're going to get what you want, okay? It might not be exactly how you wanted. It might not be the person you wanted, but I promise you it's going to be what is best for you and for your highest good, okay? So again, the confirmation is here. A lot of times they want you to really just get in touch with what it is that you truly, truly want in your heart of hearts, and make that your priority. So if it's a loving relationship, make that your priority. If it is a new business venture, If it's a new friendship, if it's going to school, whatever it is, make that your priority and put your energy into that, okay? So just don't be so attached to it, because when we get attached to things, we keep ourselves stuck. So just break free of that attachment and expectation, okay? Because that's the only reason we get disappointed. If we have no expectations, there is no disappointment. And the chakras that came out today for you guys to work on is the heart chakra and the throat chakra. So please work on those two chakras, because you have to communicate and stand in your truth. And when you do that, amazingly, the blockages in your heart chakra will also start to clear, because you're not holding on to things and you're no longer operating from a place of fear. So you'll be able to speak your truth and be confident and release whatever you've been holding in. So you'll be able to clear both of them at the same time. So there's meditations for it. You can also eat specific colored foods that match the chakras, and also clothing. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care.